Hello and welcome to Computology Academy. And today we are going to discuss about the fresh sanctions which has been imposed on China by United States of America on the companies which are using the American technologies, equipments, etc. to research in biotechnology and in the surveillance matters. And here US is using various reasons because of which US is imposing the sanctions on China, and we will discuss in detail and why it is important for the international issues that we will discuss in detail here. First of all, the Biden administration has imposed fresh sanctions on Chinese companies, and because of this it is in news. After the US elections, most of the Chinese Communist Party members were of the view that the Biden administration would be more lenient towards China, and there will be some relaxations and there will be some thawing of the ice which has been there during the reign of Donald Trump with the respect of relation with China and the economic sanctions which were imposed on China. But China is not witnessing any such kind of thing. They are still witnessing the sanctions. They are still going through various economic sanctions. They are witnessing the aggressive posture of US with regard of Taiwan. Chinese government was not invited in the democratic summit which was organized by United States, and now they have imposed the sanctions again. And here what has happened, basically they have targeted the biotech and surveillance companies. These biotech and surveillance companies are mainly targeted because of their activity throughout the world within the Chinese government or Chinese territory, as well as with respect to the Uyghur Muslims also, as well as they have sanctioned some government entities also. And in these government entities mainly they have targeted the Chinese Academy of Military Medical Sciences. Military Medical Sciences, basically this has been targeted because the Joe Biden administration or the US government is of the view that they were developing some kind of biological weapon, and in that process they had developed this coronavirus, and US is very strongly condemning the Chinese government because of this coronavirus pandemic, its handling and its development. And they are of the view that it was developed deliberately in the Wuhan lab, as well as 11 research institutes have also been sanctioned which are focused on using biotechnology to support the Chinese military. Basically these 11 research institutes are developing various biological weapons and other things for the Chinese military to be used in some kind of warfare. And this is the reason why the United States government is of the view that these companies should be sanctioned, they should be banned, there should be stronger surveillance and observation on these companies. Now, what are the reasons because of which fresh sanctions has been imposed on these Chinese companies as well as on China's government? So here, actions in Xinxiang province, this is the reason which is being prompted time and again by the United States and its human rights organizations, as well as other world organizations which are concerned with the human rights issues. And here again, the biotechnology and the surveillance systems are being used against the Uighur Muslims, and there is huge abuse of human rights in the Xinjiang province against the Uighur Muslims. Millions of Uighur Muslims are being interned. They are using them as the forced laborers, and they are using them in the mines areas and hazardous activities also. They are using in production of various kind of equipments also, like in the earlier videos as we had seen that the solar equipments are being produced by using the forced labor of the Uyghur Muslims, and because of which what happens, their products are less costlier, and because of that reason many of the companies worldwide are not in position to compete with the Chinese companies. Thereafter, corona pandemic hangover, time and again United States goes on to criticize Chinese government and Chinese administration for the coronavirus pandemic, and they have found this opportunity to take their revenge, a kind of revenge, बदला लेना है भाई। तो जो कोरोना वायरस के बारे में उनको पहले से ये शक है कि चाइनीज गवर्नमेंट इन्वॉल्व है इसमें, दे आर ऑफ द व्यू दैट दे शुड बी पनिश्ड फॉर दिस, एंड दे आर इन सर्च ऑफ सम ओकेजन, some kind of reason because of which they can take their revenge, और यहाँ पर यही मौका इन्हें मिल गया। they have found this reason. Now they use the technology for control of people. They are controlling their citizen in every tidbit of their life. Their biometric surveillance, facial recognition, etc. Various things are being done in the Chinese administration to control their people, as well as repression of the ethnic and religious minorities. Like Tibetans are repressed, like Xinxiang province, if we see there, the Uighur Muslims are being repressed, their religious practices are being curtailed, various other things are there. If we talk about the Mongolian region, neighboring the region of that Mongol border, then Inner Mongolia, there also they are punishing the minority groups, they are repressing them, various issues are there, and because of that United States government is of the view that China should be sanctioned. So what China is doing here, China is using the software and biotechnology for the control and repression of their citizens, minority groups, etc. And because of this, United States government is of the view that they should not be provided with the equipments and other things in which they are using these things. And thereafter, high-tech surveillance system across Xinjiang province. Actually there is high-tech surveillance system throughout China, but in Xinjiang province it is more oppressive, more repressive, and that is the reason why United States government is of the view that they should be sanctioned. Here biometric facial recognition systems are being used in the Xinjiang province, and that is why they are controlling the Xinjiang province minorities. They are tracking them throughout their day-to-day life, and they are tracking their movement, their activities, everything is being done. And because of this, the United States government and other NGO organizations are of the view that their human rights are being violated. DNA sampling is also going on all the residents who are in the age group of 12 to 65 years. So again, this is a human rights violation, because against the will of the people, against the will of the residents of the Xinjiang province, the Chinese government is taking their DNA samples and they are making a database out of that, so that they can control them in every way which is possible. And this is a great violation of human rights. So what kind of sanction have been used here? Two types of sanctions have been used by the United States. First of all, the United States had banned all its companies, which are the companies located in the United States, for the sale of the equipments, commodities, technologies, softwares that support the medical science and biotechnology innovation. So here none of the United States companies are allowed to sell any kind of the commodities, technology or softwares to any kind of institution, company or organization which is engaged in some kind of medical science and biotechnology innovation, so that now onwards they will not be in position to develop some new kind of surveillance system, some new kind of biological weapon or any such disastrous thing or human rights violating methods. And that is the view because of which these sanctions has been imposed on Chinese companies. Thereafter, they have also barred all the imports from the Chinese companies who are working in Xinjiang province, if they are not able to ascertain, not able to ascertain effectively that these products have been produced without the use of forced labor of the Uighur Muslims. It will simply be considered that these products have been produced by using the forced labor from the Uighur Muslims, and the burden to prove that this is not so lies on the Chinese companies who are willing to export their goods, export their products to United States of America. This will be the sanction which will be imposed on the Chinese companies who are involved in manufacturing and production processes in the Xinxiang region. So here two types of sanctions have been imposed on the Chinese companies as well as on the United States companies. Here, last but not the least, the Computology IAS Academy have announced the foundation course for UPSC Civil Services Exam 2023. This will be a comprehensive prelims comes mains batch where the holistic coverage of the syllabus will be there, continuous monitoring of the progress of the students will be there, continuous test series will be there, and this will be an offline class. Here it will be starting on 3rd of January. So those students who want to be prepared for the UPSC Civil Services Exam 2023 in a better way, do get in touch with us, register for the courses. You may contact us on our landline number as well as you can contact us through the WhatsApp and the mobile numbers also. And if you directly want to register for the courses, you can go on to computology.com, our website, and from there you can register for the courses by your own. Directly seats are getting filled quite fast. So if you want to register for the course, go on to do that. You can also follow us on our social media channels. This is the link for the Facebook and the Instagram channel. This is our Telegram channel, and do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you very much and have a nice day.